The Ultimate Trivia Podcast.
Hello and welcome into the Ultimate Trivia Podcast, the show where knowledge is power and laughter is our only reward. We've got the whole crew here as we always do. Brian, how we doing tonight, brother?
Good. How we doing?
Awesome. Kelly?
Fantastic.
Yeah. How you doing, Scotty?
Living the dream.
All day, every day.
You too?
Mm-hmm.
And my man, Nick.
Hi.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, Nick.
Hi, everybody.
Nick's here.
Nick is here. I'm your host, Andy. We've got a wonderful trivia tonight, as we always do. I know I say that every time, but I really feel like it.
I'll be the judge of that.
They're always awesome. Yeah.
But the wonderful trivia, or they always do?
Maybe both.
Yeah, a little bit of both, I think.
Yeah, okay. But we're going to jump right to our question of the week, as we always do now. It comes into, what's the matter, Nick?
You just said it again. They always do.
As we
Yeah.
always do. You're right. Well, we got a format.
I'll turn it into a drinking game for myself.
I'll play.
You're in.
There's some irony to that, as a matter of fact.
Sure.
All right, this one comes in to our Instagram account. What is something you do differently than anyone else you know? That's a really tough question.
It's really tough.
I think I'm going to kick us off.
Okay,
If that's all right.
An example would be good.
Whatever code is in your DNA that causes you to get embarrassed, I don't have that code in me. I am pretty content just being me. If you ask me a question, you better want to know the answer, because they're going to get it straight. I cry at commercials. I love boy bands, and Celine Dion for that matter. I'm pretty much what you see is what you get, and I don't apologize for it. And whether that's a good trait or a bad one, I'm not
I got
sure.
For you, that's spot on, and I love it. I love that about you. Yeah.
So not so much something that nobody else does, but more like a quirk about you, you're saying.
Something unique to you.
I gotcha.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be an action per se, you know.
Okay.
When I go anywhere, hotels, apartments, my house, somebody else's house, I always count stairs.
Is that right?
Really?
Yeah. One, I mean, I might be a little bit autistic. I don't know. Another one's like one of those safety things. Like, let's say there's a fire. It's dark. I know there's 17 stairs to get up Scott's stairs.
Okay.
Wow.
17 on
I'm not sure if that's the exact number on Scott's, but
Okay.
I do that quite frequently.
Is it only new places, or is it just always habit to count as you step?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Anytime you're taking stairs, you're counting.
Yeah.
Escalators must just throw you off then.
One.
It's like one. Dang it, but there's so many.
I don't do it everywhere I go, but I do count stairs.
What if you go the wrong direction?
But
You
it's
do
not-
count stairs,
I
Brian.
do. Not everywhere I go like that,
Really?
but it's somewhere. If I've been there a couple times, I'll count them.
Huh.
So like if I went to Nick's a few times in a row, or like I will. If I'm going, I will count.
I can
So
honestly
it's
say that has never occurred to me.
No.
Ever.
Me neither. That's interesting. Yeah.
It is. I don't know how I feel about this at this point.
Right.
It's interesting though.
So my thing's a
Struggling.
little like OCD or whatever. Like
Slightly.
few things I do. I'm a neat freak. When I'm going to bed, I'll use my iPhone for my alarm. I'll set it, and I'll look at it like 3 different times before I finally set it down.
To make sure.
Yep. And I'll read them at like 7:30 a.m., 7:35 a.m. because I'll set a few in a row. Like
I do that
with a lot of
too.
things though.
Sarah does
okay.
that.
I do that with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Doors locked. I'll check it like 3 times. Like OCD stuff.
So similarly, when I I'm going into a pool, into a body of water, I will check my pockets 6 times. Over and over and over again to make sure I don't have like my phone or my wallet in there.
Did you do that before you had phones? Before we had phones?
Oh, I don't remember. I can't tell you that.
Like
As a kid, you didn't.
Yeah. No.
when I leave the house in the morning, like a phone, keys, this, that. But I'll
Wallet,
do it
watch,
a few-
testicles, spectacles.
Yeah.
But not just once and walk out the door. I'll do it like 2 or 3 times before I finally
Just to be
convinced
sure.
I got everything. I can go now.
Yeah.
But is this,
Jeez, Rain Man.
well, yeah, I was gonna say, is that getting older? Or is that just
400
always?
427
Long time.
toothpicks.
I've always been like that.
Yeah.
Honestly. In the alarm thing and that.
Well, I mean, like I'll get out of my car in the morning when I go to work, and when I think I've locked the car, you hear the beep, the horn beeps, and then I'll be halfway to the building, and I'll be like, "Did I lock my car?" Mm-hmm. And I will be in the stairwell, and I will lock it again.
Yeah.
counting stairs as you.
Right. No.
Obviously.
Yeah. Well, I took it a little.
Yeah. Okay.
I took it a little different. Something that I do nobody else does.
You take all the questions differently than the way we answer them. That's something different.
That's something that I do?
Yeah, go ahead.
So terrible answer since we don't have video, but I'm right-handed, but I write like a left-handed person. So I write what they call backhanded.
The curl.
Yeah.
Notice that.
Curl.
And real quick story, biology in college, I was in a lecture hall taking a final exam, and the teacher was staring me down the whole test. I'm like, what? I'm like, do you think I'm cheating?
Sus.
And I go up there and drop off the test on his desk, and he goes, was your kindergarten teacher left-handed? So he was literally just enamored with how I was writing. And I go, that's a great actually theory, because I've never known why I write so backhanded.
He graded your test and immediately knew you weren't cheating. So.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So yeah, any idea where that has come from?
Oh, I mean, that is a great.
Your parents pick up on it even at all? I mean, are they aware of it, do you think?
No. I mean, my handwriting's not good. I know that.
Okay.
But as long as I can remember. So somebody taught me that way.
Or you saw it.
Or I just saw it, or I just did it and nobody corrected me.
Is there anybody in your immediate family that's left-handed?
No, not that I can
Parents?
think of. No.
Nothing.
Weird.
Weird
Yeah.
guy.
Just weird.
That's weird.
His Dr. Brain works just a little bit differently, I guess. All right, Nicholas. What's unique about Nick? There's so much unique about Nick. It's hard to put your thumb on it.
I mean, I'm struggling with this.
Yeah.
I guess I'll give kind of a funny one. So when I was in the service and my schedule was very regimented, right? I would wake up at the same time and my morning routine was the same every time. Okay. Meaning, wake up, whether, brush teeth, use the facilities, and then shower. Something peculiar about me, if I take a shower and then need to use the bathroom again, it ruined my entire day, and I would not even go to work because it was out of order. I could not handle that part of it. I'm not going to take a shower again. But
sick day?
Yes, It only happened a few times, but I called into work.
Wow.
Because it just ruined my entire day.
I got to use a poop day.
Yes, that's basically what it was.
What this shows is there's a little bit of Rain Man in
everybody.
I knew a guy in college who did that, Micah. If he showered and they had to use the bathroom, like he didn't call in sick, but he'd shower again. He'd immediately get back in the shower.
But I didn't have time for that.
Well, yeah, I hear you.
So my day, I'd wake up. First thing I would do was use the bathroom.
Yeah.
Then it was, shave, brush teeth, shower, right? If I showered and had to use the bathroom after that,
Forget it.
day's done.
Day is done.
I'm out. No work today. My whole day's ruined.
Can't get back in the shit. Being late 30 minutes is worse than just calling it.
Even if I would have been on time, but my whole day was just ruined. It was just ruined. I can't put my uniform on. Nothing's working.
So back to touch OCD. When I was a kid, I was sleeping over at a friend's house, Dave Hamilton. And I guess I left the room or whatever, and we had made some beds on the floor, And Dave, I guess, said to Chad, his older brother, he's like, watch this. So he took one corner and flipped it. And when I walked in the room, I immediately saw that went over and flipped.
You had to fix it?
I had to fix it immediately.
Wow.
And and then they started laughing. Then they told me, he's like, watch this. I guarantee he'll go right to it. And I did. It was just bend one corner. I immediately had to fix it.
But they knew they were toying with you.
Yeah.
By doing
That's
it.
I can't go to sleep at night. I can't just throw a hoodie on a chair and get in bed. It's got everything.
It has to be put away?
Or I'm
How did you live with Kelly?
That was just going to mention that. I lived with this guy.
He just leaves the kitchen a mess, and I cleaned everything.
I slept on the couch most of the time. I left clothes down there. You go in his room, it looked like a at-home magazine. You go in my room, it looked like a frat house from 1982.
But I cared about my room in the apartment. His room,
you close the door.
Your room in the
Out of sight,
common
out of mind.
areas.
But
You
the
took
common
care of.
areas of my room, I can't. Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah, you're a booming roommate, man.
It's got to be.
I see Brian putting a
to move
blanket
in
on
now.
Kelly,
Yeah, I bet.
kissing him on the forehead, telling him good night, cleaning up after him.
Yep.
It's
Reading
sweet.
the story.
It's sweet. It paints a nice picture.
What'd you bring to the table, Kelly, when you guys lived? I mean, he clearly was the chore doer.
Beer?
Yeah. Best Christmases ever.
Oh, that was fantastic.
I got you an 18-pack. I got you an 18-pack.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Should have done
Very
that.
good. Well, all right. That was a fun question to answer. Thank you very much for submitting that. We didn't have a name attached to that one. But if you want to send us a question, we are in need of questions. And you can send that to our email directly at theultimatetriviapodcast@gmail.com. You can find us at our website, theultimatetriviapodcast.com, and all the social media sites at the same name.
Andy, what is today's trivia?
Well, today's trivia is something we're all very familiar with. It is a little bit more of an adult topic. Going back to the bar, we did beers. Now we're doing cocktails, baby.
Oh,
wow.
Oh,
Ouch.
this could be tough.
Yeah?
For me, it's going to be rough.
Think so?
I think so. Yeah, because I imagine there's a ton of cocktails I've never had. Heard of them.
Well, in researching this, it was enlightening how many were out there. And I actually tried to find how many registered cocktails there actually were
wow.
as
I'm sure
the
it's
tiebreaker, and I
Wow.
couldn't find that.
I'm sure
of course.
it's a
ton.
I'm sure. Well, there's always new things getting invented. And
Yeah,
matter of fact, I have very, very clear and specific memories of me and Scott and Kelly sitting at the local watering hole, and the bartender was quite literally just playing with combinations and feeding them to us.
I remember that.
And some were cold, and some were definitely not.
Recall I made one of the best ones ever. Someone went left.
Oh, that one included banana. That was not good.
That one had banana.
That one had banana. That was not good.
Oh, we haven't gotten that Malort yet that we talked about. We got to get Nick
Soon.
on that.
Soon.
I'll do it live.
You'll do it live.
I will do it live.
Screw it, we'll do it live.
Yes.
Well, cocktails have evolved from their humble origins as a way to mask poorly distilled spirits into an entire culture of creativity, flair, and flavor. From the Prohibition era speakeasies to modern mixology, they've been shaped by history, innovation, and let's face it, the human desire to make drinking look cool. Whether you're a fan of tiki bars, craft gin joints, or your local dive, shout out Juicy Peanut, cocktails offer something for everyone, except maybe for those who like them cheap and fast. There's a good mix here, fellas. I'll be very
was that
impressed.
a pun?
Play on words there.
Yeah.
It is accidental, but nevertheless. Ready to get started?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
It's time for the main event, our 10-question trivia game on cocktails. Here's how it works. I'll read the question. You'll write your answers on your whiteboards, and when I say reveal, you'll all show your answers. If you get it right, you'll earn a point. And if you don't, well, we'll probably make fun of you for it. Let's see who ends up on top today. Nick's on the scoreboard.
Yes, sir.
Question number 1. This brunch staple is often described as the cure for the night before and features vodka, tomato juice, and a variety of spices. Which cocktail are we talking about? The boards are on fire already. But I think we can all agree this one is a benchmark, right? A little bit back to the old method of the first question layup.
Layup.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody seems to have finished writing on their whiteboards. Let's go ahead and see, fellas. We've got the Bloody Mary all the way around the room. Everybody's on the board, as that is the correct answer.
Good start.
And that's it for me.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
My favorite cocktail is liquor and ice.
Yeah.
You know, that's,
Okay.
that's my mix.
Just on the rocks.
Bourbon on the rocks.
Yeah.
A Bloody Mary to me is one of the most, has the biggest leeway in terms of how it's presented, even how it tastes, right? Spicy. Everybody's got their own little twist with Worcestershire and,
Usually a pickle in there,
Tabascos.
Dude, if you ever see some Bloody Marys that they make at some of these places,
Bro.
I've seen some like I think it had a whole chicken on it.
Yeah. Like a
Like they make
rotisserie
crazy
chicken.
A
Bloody Mary.
slider, a meat stick,
Yes.
a charcuterie board on top.
Yeah, more or less.
I mean, like the drink itself
shrimp.
is set. Like, you know, the tomato juice,
Yeah,
vodka,
the
that's
spices
set,
give it,
but
right.
it's all the accoutrement that they add to
Nice
it.
word.
Yeah.
Touche.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks.
I just thought we were speaking different languages. I don't even know what that means.
I honestly don't either.
They just the
Stuff you put on a drink, I guess. I don't know what it
stuff
means.
you add to it, the side parts.
Well, I mean, most of them come with like a pickle, a meat
Olives,
stick, olives.
maybe.
Green olive.
Cheese.
Chunk of cheese. Yep. Yeah.
Cheese. I don't know that I've
Yeah.
had
I
one
usually,
that way.
I've seen cube of cheese, you know, like an olive or pickle, piece of sausage.
Shrimp are becoming more and more popular
Yes.
too. Something salty, I think, is kind of the
That makes
general theme for the most part.
Sure.
Well, the Bloody Mary is more than just a drink. It's practically a meal, just as we discussed, with garnishes ranging from celery, oh yeah, that's a popular one, to bacon and even shrimp. It's a customizable masterpiece. Some claim it's the best hangover remedy, while others argue it's just an excuse to drink before noon. I think we probably all fall in the latter for the most part,
Sure.
right? Anybody feel better or worse after that one?
I mean, if they're all like that, I feel okay. It just depends how mainstream you are with these cocktails.
Sure. Okay.
So we'll see.
Hopefully we got a good mix of them. Question number 2. Which Cuban cocktail, a favorite of Ernest Hemingway, is made with rum, lime juice, sugar, and soda water with a refreshing hint of mint? Deep thought. Ooh, I thought this one would be easy.
I'm gonna go with my first one.
Yeah. You got it down already?
Yeah, I wrote it down,
Oh.
and something else popped in my head.
Gotcha.
But I'm just gonna stick on my first one.
Okay, let's read it again. It's a Cuban cocktail, and it was a favorite of Ernest Hemingway. It's made with rum, lime juice, sugar, and soda water with a refreshing hint of mint. What cocktail are we describing?
No, I'm so torn now.
Oh boy. Kelly's in thought.
Like a word popped in my head, but like not the actual word. It's really weird to try to describe what is in my head right now.
Okay. I'll admit it's obviously much easier when you know what the answer is and you expect it to be easier for the ones listening. But this one I'm surprised we're struggling with.
Really?
I am.
I'm switching my answer.
Okay.
I read it, but whatever.
Mine's an educated guess, but I couldn't tell you if I was feeling 20% or 50.
Okay.
Definitely not 100.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said, say it one more time. What are the ingredients again?
It is rum, lime juice, sugar, and soda water with a refreshing hint of mint.
Yeah, I don't think what I have is right, but I don't know.
Okay. Right. We're going to put maybe a 5-seconder on this one. Getting a little long. Just throw a cocktail down. It's better than a
Spelling
blank
doesn't
word.
matter, right?
Nah, we're good on spelling as long as I know what you're putting.
Now the other thing is popping in my. Oh, whatever. I'm good.
All right.
Forget it.
All right.
See, now I got a question about one of the rules.
Okay.
Of the questions, but I can't ask because give it away. So
Yeah.
Well, we'll do it after this
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's see those boards, guys. We've got a Calibra.
Calibra or something like that. I couldn't
Oh,
think of
yeah.
it.
Mojito from Scott,
That's
from
right.
Kelly, from Brian. That is the
Yeah.
correct answer. Are you thinking
mint-
like Cuba Libre?
Yeah,
Is that what you were thinking?
yeah.
So mint julep popped in my head, but you said
That's-
mint, so that would that not be in the question?
That's
right? If it
bourbon.
was- No, what I'm saying though, the mint
Might be another
you said
question.
with a splash of mint.
It's
That's what I'm
not.
saying.
It's not.
You don't put that in the answer, do you? Like a question.
You can.
Okay.
We've had this before.
Oh, I see.
okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
throws Nick way out of whack.
That's
But
why
if
I was
there's any
asking.
words from the answer in the question,
Yes, it does.
That is a surefire way to get Nick not to answer it
That's why I was
correctly.
asking. Yeah.
Or to second guess himself.
Yes,
For some reason, I mean, like mojito, the word would not pop in my head, but that was a drink I was thinking of, but I didn't think that was rum for some reason.
That was
thought-
was a kicker for me.
Yeah, I didn't think it was rum. That's why I tried to go something
Sure.
different, but that makes sense now.
Yeah.
Dang it.
The thing that comes to mind for me when my wife was pregnant with our third child.
She drank a lot of mojitos.
No, listen, but for like the last 4 months of pregnancy, all she talked about were blueberry mojitos.
Oh wow.
So, I mean, basically within a few days, we got her a blueberry
Yeah.
mojito.
All right, sure.
Well, light, zesty, and perfect for summer, the mojito is a Cuban classic. Hemingway was said to enjoy this drink at La Bodeguita. Oh, man, this one's terrible.
Sure.
Let me try that again. La Bodeguita del Medio in Havana. Obviously, legend, right?
Yes,
heard of that.
Of course.
It's also the ultimate choice for those who like their cocktails fresh and fizzy.
Kicking myself on
Been
that
a month
one now.
there one night.
Dang it. Dang it.
Dates back to the 16th century, which I was surprised to hear.
Is that right?
It was actually used as, had medicinal uses originally.
What does mojito mean? Do we know?
I don't actually know. Do you got that
Nope.
knowledge in there?
I don't.
Okay, we'll have to look that up. Moving on to question number 3. I've lost some confidence here a little bit.
I'm mad at myself. I should have known that.
Okay. All right, number 3. Which bright and bubbly cocktail combines Prosecco and peach puree, making it a favorite in Italian aperitivo culture? Now, aperitivo is like, think of our happy hour, but an upscaled version of that. Mm-hmm. Okay. So appetizers and drinks and things like that.
And this is where I bow out.
Yep.
Oh.
Say that again, please.
Yeah, that's
Which bright and bubbly cocktail combines Prosecco and peach puree, making it a favorite in Italian aperitivo culture?
I think you just dumped most of the room here.
Yeah, I
Kelly's
agree.
writing, but
I actually,
What's Prosecco?
I can't say that.
It's a
I have
white
something to
wine
add.
ish.
Oh,
It's a
sorry.
variation on champagne, isn't it? Ultimately, it's just a non-French champagne.
okay.
Don't I have that right? Maybe not. I don't know. These guys are rookie drinkers. I didn't know they were so uncultured. What are we doing here?
I didn't know what that. I honestly have never heard that word before.
Prosecco. Never heard the word Prosecco.
Okay.
All right. We got some marker writing here. It's going to be a guess, I guess.
Definitely a guess.
Definitely.
All right. Are we ready to reveal those answers? Prosecco, peach puree. I was with Nick when he ordered this at a bar. Show me the boards.
Really?
Yes, sir. We got mimosa from Nick, mimosa from Scott, Negroni from Kelly, Fugazi from Brian. Fugazi. My bad. We do not have a correct answer. It is a Bellini.
I've ordered that
At
before.
Spikes in Millstadt. I was with you after a golf tournament. I swear it. Yeah.
Wow.
Never heard of it.
I had never heard of it to that
yeah.
point.
No,
It
no,
is-
as you said, I've heard of a Bellini. Yes.
It is commonly referred to specifically as a peach Bellini, but the official name is.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. It's very sweet, as you can imagine, peach puree.
sure. But that was that. The mimosa was the only drink I could think of that had like champagne or in it. Wow, Bellini. I have ordered Bellini. You're correct.
There you
Wow. Man.
Deep in the
Remember
annals of the
Wish
brain.
Thanks, Brian.
That medulla oblongata is paying off for you.
Man.
I got you.
Peach Bellini. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
that's yeah.
The Bellini is the epitome of elegance in a glass. Light and fruity, it's a staple at brunches and high-end events. This cocktail screams sophistication, but it's incredibly easy to make at home with just the two ingredients. It is credited to be invented at Harry's Bar in Venice in 1958 and named after Giovanni Bellini. Anybody know what he was famous for? That's right, Brian. He was a
Besides
Renaissance
inventing the
painter.
drink.
Besides, he didn't make the drink; it was just named after him.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I believe it was 1957.
Oh, okay.
Check your facts.
I got you. My bad. All right. Number 4. We're coming back into something a little more familiar, I can tell you.
All right.
Question number 4. Known as the go-to drink on tropical vacations, this zesty cocktail blends tequila, lime, and triple sec. What is it? Tequila, lime juice, we'll say, and triple sec. Brian quick, Nick quick. Kelly's wincing over there, not quite sure.
Like at this point, just going like with my gut.
The doc is in thought.
I'm in thought.
Still running through a few. I'll read it again. It is known as the go-to drink on tropical vacations. That's a pretty big hint. This zesty cocktail blends tequila, lime juice, and triple sec. What is it? Kelly's still not happy.
Really makes me realize I really don't know what goes in most of the drinks when you order them.
No bartenders here. I'm clearly seeing no one worked as a bartender at any point.
No.
Me neither. I didn't either. Yeah. All right.
I've kept a lot of them company though,
That's right.
on those slow nights.
They've listened to those sad stories and stuff. All right. Scott's got an answer down. He's got a very
Nope.
disappointed look
No
in
idea.
his face. Let's see the boards, fellas. We got margarita from Nick, lemon drop from Scott, margarita from Kelly, tequila sunrise from Brian. The margaritas takes it. That is
Yeah,
the
baby.
correct answer. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
sir.
about as simple as they come. The margarita, tequila, I would have had a hard time coming up with tequila sunrise, in fact, because my brain instantly goes to margarita
I
with
guess
tequilas.
with margarita, when you say vacation, like margaritas are everywhere. So that didn't, you know what I mean? Didn't trigger me to think margarita.
Interesting.
And how many of us really know what's in? I mean, most people know tequila. Most people know lime.
Sure.
The triple sec can throw people off.
That threw me off.
Did it?
Yeah.
Lemon drop. I didn't know it was tequila.
I've never made a margarita myself.
Well, me neither.
Unless you got like the big bottle of mix.
Well, that's what I mean. Usually,
Yeah.
like when I've made it, it's a mixer.
Yes.
yeah.
So I've never thought of triple sec, which I know is the actual
That's
recipe.
tough.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well, nothing
Botched that one.
screams. Yeah, nothing screams vacation vibes quite like a margarita. Whether served frozen or on the rocks, it's the ultimate party drink. Its balance of sweet, sour, and salty flavors keep it a crowd favorite worldwide.
Not a margarita guy.
Me neither.
Not.
They do nothing
It gives
for
me
me.
heartburn.
Yes.
I know that makes me
Yes.
really old.
I like one spicy margarita if I go to a Mexican restaurant.
Like a jalapeno margarita,
Yeah.
jalapeno vodka. That sounds pretty cool. I don't mind one with a nice sidecar in it. You know, something Grand Marnier or something to kind of twist it up a little bit. But heading into question number 5, then we'll get a score update. Question number 5: which creamy tropical cocktail is blended with rum, coconut cream, and pineapple juice and is known for transporting you straight to the beach? Rum, coconut cream, and pineapple juice. Brian's the only one writing so far. Scott just put the marker on the board and paused. Okay. Kelly's finally got something going. Nick is just, you're not, did you get sleep last night? You're off your game here, man.
Not a lot, but I don't know. I guess I'm not a cocktail guy when it comes to stuff like this. So say the ingredients one more time.
I'll read it all. Yeah. The Which Creamy Tropical Cocktail is a blend with rum, coconut cream, and pineapple juice and is known for transporting you straight to the beach.
We had to have 40 of these
Yes.
in Jamaica, but I don't remember,
I don't
what
remember the
the name of it is.
name of it though.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, something,
I'll write
something
it.
hit him.
No, I think I'm wrong with what you just said because I don't think you guys.
Watch your board there, B. What are you feeling there, Scotty?
The more I thought about it, I feel pretty good,
Okay.
I feel okay now. I
Okay.
guess I don't.
but I botched the last one, so who knows?
Hey, it's an open game as far
Still
as I
kicking
can
myself
see.
over
Yeah.
mojito.
Kelly's ready.
Yeah.
Nick's ready. Everybody's ready. Let's see the boards. Pina colada from everyone. Oh, but Kelly put sex on the beach. A fine drink, but I wouldn't describe it as creamy per se.
Well, the ones I do are.
Oh, okay.
But and the creamy part didn't help me out because usually you order a pina colada like an all-inclusive place. It's like a slushy more so than anything else.
Well, making love in the rain.
Yeah. So pina colada is correct, and everybody but
Pina
Kelly got that
colada
one.
is correct.
Darn it.
Should have got mojito. Gotta keep kicking myself for that.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Not a fan. I don't mind coconut, but
I like coconut.
Other than that, not too big.
I like it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anybody? What's your go-to beach drink? Cocktail, sugary, sweet. I know you're not drinking 30 of them, but if you're going to go to the beach and you're going to live the life, the island life, what's your go-to?
I say, bartender, make me something. Make me something beach
I
style.
did that a lot in Jamaica. Yeah. Recently.
And
It's
also-
all variations of something with rum in it.
Sure.
Different fruits, different.
Rum runner, pina colada, mudslide. It also depends what day of the trip you're on.
Yeah, that's true.
Because by the end, I think we're basically just drinking like Malibu and waters. It's
Got diabetes.
yeah,
'cause
I
there's
mean,
so much
yeah,
sugar
the sugar
in
was
all
so
of it.
much.
A lot of headaches.
Yes, a lot of
A
headaches.
great beach story though. I wasn't there, but I think you know the story I'm about to tell. Our buddy Ben, rest in peace. He was stationed in St. Thomas Islands, and a couple of our buddies went down to visit him, and he was pretty drunk on the beach, and the lifeguard came up to our other buddies like, "Hey, you gotta take care of him. Like he's in bad shape. He's pretty drunk." So they took him into a bathhouse and put cold water on him. And Ben said, "I think someone put something in my drink. Like I don't feel right or whatever." And the lifeguard said, "Who made your drinks?" "I did."
That plays. That adds up.
He put some
I
Flores
love
in his
that
own
story.
drink.
Yeah.
He's like, "I did."
Well, the pina colada is a tropical paradise in a glass. Its sweet and creamy texture makes it the perfect drink for relaxing by the pool or escaping the winter blues. Add a cherry and a pineapple wedge, and you are all set. You guys a fan?
I like the pina colada.
Like pina
I do.
colada?
Yes.
Yeah, on occasion.
Yeah. Win in Rome kind of deal.
Yep.
Right?
Sure.
You're not going to order it on a random Friday night, probably.
No.
You never know.
I don't know. I couldn't imagine going to a bar and ordering a pina
Yeah,
colada.
that's a good point, actually.
What kind of look you would get? Like one of the local establishments here, I'm saying.
Next time we go, that's what I'm doing.
We'll try it out. Okay.
I dig it. All right. We
Oreo
are
and
due
Ultra.
for a score update. Where are we at, Nicholas?
Well, if I wasn't an idiot, not knowing mojito, I would have the lead, but I don't because we're all tied 3 apiece.
Anybody's game.
If I wasn't an idiot and didn't know pina colada, I'd
Well,
One.
yeah.
I like how I
I
had to point out that I should
Yeah.
be winning, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and if I was an idiot,
should be.
margarita.
Yeah.
So we're
I
all
know, yeah,
idiots.
we're all idiots.
We're all
Yeah.
idiots.
I feel like I do this every trivia, every episode. There's one that should be obvious, and I blow it.
If my aunt had wheels, she'd be a bicycle.
Oh my
That
gosh,
is
that's
true.
hilarious. That is great.
Yeah, but I think this is the first time this has ever happened.
that we've been tied at the
Four-way
break.
tie at the break? I think so.
I think
so.
you're right, actually.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the second half will be the differentiator, and boys, it gets harder.
Oh, good.
So get your
You're
boards
so
ready.
mean.
Question number 6. Which cocktail created in tiki bars in the mid 20th century features light and dark rum, lime, orange curacao, and orgeat syrup? Orgeat. I looked up the pronunciation. It is French. Orgeat syrup. Let me read all that again. Which cocktail created in tiki bars, there's a hint, in the mid 20th century features light and dark rum, lime juice, orange curacao, and orgeat syrup? Nick is reluctantly writing here. shaking
What's
his
the
head.
primary alcohol again? Sorry.
Light and dark rum.
Rum, yeah.
Yep, both rums. And then orange curacao.
Would you say this is a popular drink?
I will tell you that I am 100% sure you've heard of this drink. Well, I don't. That's the best hint you're going to get.
I feel like that's for every answer. We've heard of all of them.
We'll see.
You got a showstopper? Okay.
Yeah. There's a couple that I hadn't heard of, at least.
Oh.
Coming.
All right.
All right.
Wow.
I'm going to read slow, and everybody's getting answers on boards. Which cocktail created in tiki bars in the mid 20th century features light and dark rum, lime, orange curacao, and orgeat syrup?
What's an orga?
I don't know.
Oh.
It's a citrus.
Okay. All right. Doesn't help me in
It's
any
a
way.
citrus syrup. All right. Everybody's boards are at the ready. Brian is dotting a T or crossing an I or something. Let's see it. We got a rum runner from Nick, sangria from Scott, rum runner from Kelly, a Napoleon from Brian. I'm
French side.
afraid we don't have the
no idea.
correct answer. No points awarded, as the answer is a Mai Tai.
Oh, okay. All
Okay.
right.
Oh, Nick. you've
Every
heard
Mai
of a
Tai I've ever had
okay.
pineapple.
Okay, well,
Well, at least a pineapple wedge.
the garnish doesn't have to necessarily be,
guess,
right?
yeah.
Says more about the place
Garnish.
you drink.
Garnish is more of an accoutrement.
You go to
Ooh.
You
Dynamite drop.
go to Hawaii,
Word
you're
of the
drinking Mai
day.
Tais. All right. You go to Hawaii, you drink
I
a
don't
Mai
mean to
Tai.
be
You have to.
sardonic, but you're an idiot.
Dynamite drop. Sardonic. That's great. The Mai Tai is the ultimate tiki cocktail, transporting you straight to the beachside luau. There you go. There's your Hawaii reference. It's layered rum flavors and almondy sweetness. Almondy sweetness. Make it a standout in any tropical themed gathering. Comes from a Tahitian phrase that I cannot pronounce that means out of this world. Maya Tairoe. I don't know.
Yes.
Nailed it.
It's got a lot of letters.
That sounds right.
There you go.
A lot of vowels.
I like a Mai Tai.
I do too. I enjoy it. It's not too sweet like some of those other frozen drinks are, right?
Yeah.
Something you can drink.
I don't think I've ever had one.
Yeah, I never had one either.
Only in Hawaii have I
Never
ever
had
had one.
Never been there.
There was actually we would go TDY
Nice trip.
to Hawaii, and
Yeah.
at least at that time, like the first time I went there, they had one. It was 99-cent Mai Tais.
Oh my, that's dangerous.
Yeah. Oh, Mai Tai indeed.
Yeah.
It was fun. We had a good time.
Oh,
I'll
my
tell you that.
tide went on.
Yeah.
We did definitely.
Wake up on the beach, huh? Very good. All right. We're ready to move on to question number 7. Known for its warming kick, this cocktail combines bourbon, honey, and lemon juice, making it a popular choice for chilly nights and sore throats. What is it? Kelly feels confident, I think.
I do.
Nick's writing down. Brian is just now getting his board up.
My only concern would be there's probably multiple names for it.
I'm sure.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
I'm
Hope
aware
I'm
of that.
close.
Okay.
I'm
Can
aware
you,
of
can you
that.
read it again?
I will. Known for its warming kick, this cocktail combines bourbon, honey, and lemon juice, making it a popular choice for chilly nights or sore throats. What is it?
I think I have it.
Okay.
I think I've never had one. If I am correct, or even if I'm not correct, I've never had this.
I've had it for sure.
Have you? Okay.
I've made it for myself on both of those occasions.
Okay, there you go. There you go. My wife just had her first experience with this. Okay, Queeners are getting their boards finalized. And let's reveal We've got a hot toddy from Nick, from Scott, from Kelly. I prefer beer from Brian. That is also a correct answer, but no point awarded. Hot toddy is the right answer. Well done. We're back in the running.
Curious spelling.
I was going to ask the same thing.
It's
Two
just
E's.
T-O-D-D-Y.
It is
the
D.
way it's
Okay.
listed.
Oh, it's D's. Huh?
It is D's. Okay.
I thought it's 2 E's.
Double D's.
Yeah. And I've always heard it referred to as a hottie toddy. And,
Oh,
All right.
Yeah.
you know, but either way, the hot toddy is a classic winter warmer. Perfect for cold nights or battling that sore throat. It's equal part comfort and flavor. Many swear by its medicinal properties, but even without the cold, it is a hug in a mug. I like that little. I like that.
Touche.
In a
It's
mug.
from Scotland originally, and it was really just designed to make whiskey more palatable.
It's not
I was
Scottish, it's
surprised to
crap.
hear that. There you go.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
All right, moving on to question number 8. This is a question that I made sure I put it in here. This is a Andy original.
Oh boy.
Okay.
The Salty Dog cocktail takes its name from a nautical phrase, but it's actually just a salt-rimmed version of which other classic cocktail?
So you're not naming the drink, you're naming.
You are naming. Okay,
Read it again.
let me just read it again.
No, I got.
The cocktail, the Salty Dog, takes its name from nautical phrasing, but it's just a salt-rimmed version of which other classic cocktail? So you will be naming a cocktail that is elevated to the Salty Dog by simply placing salt on its rim.
Gotcha.
Are you saying salty dog?
I am.
Okay.
Deep thought.
Nothing on this one. Wow.
I've actually heard salty dog, but have no idea
Where
what it is
what
or
the derivative is. Brian? Nope. Okay, we're losing Brian here.
This is salty. Okay. So it's called the Salty Dog?
There is a drink called the Salty Dog.
That's what I was.
Okay.
So you're not. Yeah, we're asking for the name it's based off of. Or
Yes.
Yeah, not
With-
the actual
with-
drink, right?
Which is just this
That's right,
cocktail
yeah.
with salt
Yeah.
on the rim.
Yes.
Yes.
Gotcha.
You want the
We want the
cocktail
original cocktail.
without. You want the cocktail without the salt on the rim.
Yes.
right.
Wow.
There you go. We're gonna give it a couple more seconds here.
Oh.
Just do it. 12 count.
12 count.
Shot in the dark.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna give it to a 3 count now. 2. Kelly, write something down. And let's reveal. We've got Sea Breeze from Nick, Old Fashioned from Scott, question mark from Brian, and nothing. We couldn't get anything from Kelly. It is a Greyhound.
Nope. Nothing.
So I was trying to
The
think
Greyhound.
of a drink that was, tropical or something where, but
You said nautical. That's what I was thinking. That's
salty-
why I was trying to
Yeah,
think
yeah.
of
The salty
anything that has
dog.
something to do with water.
As a-
yeah, but I
Yeah.
could not think of a single drink that matched that description.
Are you familiar with the drink, the Greyhound?
No.
I am not.
No.
Not at
never heard
all.
of it, no.
Well, you actually are much more familiar with it than you realize, as Snoop Dogg regularly sang about it. It is
Gin and juice?
Gin and
juice?
grapefruit juice.
Really?
It could also be used for vodka. Could also be used and still be considered a Greyhound.
They're laid
Wow.
back.
Like,
He looks like a
Mine.
greyhound.
yep, yeah. A friend of mine long ago enjoyed Greyhounds quite a bit and drank them quite a lot.
Never heard of it. Never had one. And
No.
when you said nautical,
Yeah,
I guess that threw me for a loop.
Well, the Salty Dog is a reference to it's a nautical term,
Sure,
right?
yeah.
It's talking about a seasoned sailor,
Yes.
are typically referred to as salty dogs.
Yeah.
There's a bar in the Ozarks called the Salty Dog.
Oh yeah.
We used to go to. Yeah.
I mean, there've been like crap breweries that have had a beer that they call the Salty Dog
Okay.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a
so
term.
that,
I knew
that's
that
I
term.
try to stay nautical because you said that.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
All right. Well, ever feel like your cocktail needs just a little more bite? That's exactly what the Salty Dog brings to the table. You take a Greyhound, which is just gin or vodka and grapefruit juice. You rim the glass with salt, and suddenly you've got a drink with an attitude. The salt enhances the citrus, making every sip a perfect balance of tart, smooth, and slightly briny.
You tell we're beer drinkers here.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good boat drink. If we ever get on a boat, we'll make sure that we make some Salty Dogs, I guess.
And I think we mentioned it after the beer episode. Maybe, I don't know if we did it on the episode itself. Why are we not making these drinks while we're doing the show to get a little taste test with these?
Because I don't know if we'd get to the end of the episode.
Yeah, we would eventually. We could
Be
cut
a
out
5-hour episode.
we could cut out a lot of stuff and still make that work.
Yeah, editing would be put to the task.
Yes.
For that one. All right. We are at question 9, which tells me I need a score update.
Wow, I feel like we're cruising. All right. Well, the score hasn't changed a lot, especially for you, Brian, because you still have 3.
Exactly.
But the rest of us only added 1 more. So Kelly, Scott, and myself have 4. Brian, you're still at 3.
Yep.
All right.
Wow.
So still a tight race. Everybody's in it.
Everybody's in it.
I'm just trying to make it to the tiebreaker where I can guess the number.
Yeah.
Well, we're on a good pattern there.
Yeah.
Question number 9. This Prohibition era cocktail made with gin, lemon juice, and honey was named for its sweet simplicity. What is it? I will be very impressed if anybody gets this right.
Okay.
Prohibition era cocktail. Gin, lemon juice, and honey. Gazing into the distance, searching the annals of their brains. There were a number of cocktails in all of our pasts, I'm sure, that we drank without ever knowing the name of. This may
Right.
fall into this category.
Right.
You know, various parties, college atmosphere.
Read it one more time.
Yes, sir. It's a Prohibition era cocktail made with gin, lemon juice, and honey, and was named for its sweet simplicity. What is it? Brian's struggling.
Can you say it one more time?
One more time. It is a Prohibition era cocktail made with gin, lemon juice, and honey. We want the name. We're going to put a 5-second clock on it if we need it. Kelly and Brian are ready. Scott's ready. Nick is shaking his head. He just can't come up with anything at all.
I have nothing.
All right. Well, we're going to move on. Let's see those boards. We got Sugar Bear from the doctor. Honey Drop from Kelly. A question mark from Brian. We do not have a correct answer. It is a bee's knees.
The bee's
The
knee.
bee's knees. Has anyone heard of that cocktail?
Yes.
Okay, I'd never heard of
I
that.
just heard the saying. I didn't know it was a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's the bee's knees. Yeah.
Well, that I
Yeah,
think is a derivative of like business, right? It's
Oh,
I don't
that's
know,
not
maybe
even
not.
a
I don't know.
drink? I don't know.
But
Well, again,
But
like-
I've always thought of bee's knees as an older, like 20s, 30s.
Oh yeah, for
Missionary.
sure. For
Yeah.
sure. That's why I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you said. Yeah.
I mean, I've been to whether it's a restaurant or something like that that does craft cocktails. They'll have a bee's knees.
Okay.
I've never put that together. That it was gin and honey
Gotcha.
and lemon.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of something to do with honey, but
Oh, yeah.
nothing came up. Nothing.
there's the
Man.
trivia, though, right? I mean, I guess
tough.
knowing by cocktail. If we had a mixologist in here, they'd be ripping them off.
Oh, yeah, they would.
You'd be killing it.
The bee's knees is a bright, sunny cocktail that perfectly balances the herbal notes of gin with the natural sweetness of honey. Its name harks back to 1920 slang, meaning something extraordinary. So, yeah, you guys were right on track there.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. No scores have changed.
It would be fantastic if I'm the one who got this because we've never had.
We never had a 4-way tie.
Oh, that would be great.
I don't think I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm just saying that'd be fantastic.
we haven't even had a 3-way tie yet.
No, that's what I'm saying. It'd
know.
be fun to go in
Definitely.
with all this in.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Here it comes. Here it
Here
goes.
we go.
Doubtful, but
What's the name of the classic cocktail made with cognac, orange liqueur, and lemon juice, and often served with a sugar-rimmed glass? Nick's beside himself. Wow. Nodding and thinking, Kelly's going to get there. It's in there somewhere. I can see it. His wheels are turning. Starting to smell the smoke coming out of his ears. Brian, we got any hope of a 4-way tie here, brother?
it's not looking good.
Yeah.
All right. Read it again, please.
Oh, yeah, it's time. You bet. What's the name of the classic cocktail made with cognac, orange liqueur, and lemon juice, often served with a sugar-rimmed glass? Sounds delicious.
Like the ingredients sound like something I've, you know what I mean? Like I feel like I should know this, but
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. I can't pull anything. Yeah, that's tough.
Cognac. It's just not something I regularly turn to. Of course, we're beer guys for the most part. The occasional old fashioned or bourbon, something like that we'll sip on. But
So it's not old fashioned.
No.
Well, no, it's not old fashioned. I'll give you that hint. Yeah.
Tail.
What's the name of the classic cocktail made with cognac, orange liqueur, and lemon juice? Often served with a sugar-rimmed glass.
Sugar in glass,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Anybody feel even remotely like they got something that might be right?
Nope.
I don't even have an answer.
Well, we probably shouldn't delay much longer. Nick, you going to leave your board?
I'm going to leave it blank.
All
I
right,
can't
let's
think
see
of
it. We
anything.
got question mark from Brian. We got Kelly with Negroni. Arnold Palmer from Scotty. No, I almost wrote an Arnold Palmer question,
Yeah.
actually. But we do not have the correct answer. It is a sidecar.
Oh, I've heard of it, but
Yeah.
I've never
I've heard
gotten
that.
there.
Yeah.
As have I. I've never had it. I'm interested in ordering it
three-way
because
tie,
it
though.
sounds
That's fun.
terrific.
Sidecar.
Yeah.
Yeah, never had one.
The sidecar is a perfect balance of tart, sweet, and strong. Its sugar-rimmed glass adds a touch of decadence, making it a staple of cocktail enthusiasts who love a bit of flair.
So what's in an Arnold Palmer? Isn't it lemonade in there?
It's
Lemonade.
lemonade and iced tea.
Yeah.
Non-alcoholic.
It is non-alcoholic.
Yeah.
But if you throw a little vodka in there, it is colloquially known as a John Daly.
Right.
Which is
Right.
what it
It's
is.
vodka and whiskey and bourbon. It's like a New York iced tea.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know if that's an official name or not, but yeah. All right.
Wow.
Yeah, they date back to the World War I, actually, and were invented in Paris, if you want
Wow.
to know that deep trivia there.
Wow.
Okay. Well, Nicholas,
This was a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be.
I'm with you,
When you
brother.
said cocktails.
yeah.
Well-
Everyone is in the lead. Well,
But
three of
I
you
thought-
are in
I-
the lead.
I knew I wasn't going to do well. I'm surprised
you're
it wasn't that.
that
you know
that tells
what
you
I
how,
mean?
I mean it was tough.
That's what I'm saying.
This was tough.
Well, I thought you would probably win because you're, you drink more cocktails than I
Sure.
do or whatever.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Man, that was
Yeah, you
maybe
go in
Kelly
spurts where
knows
you're on to beer
drinks, but
Yeah.
and you're off beer for a
Yeah.
while. And
tough.
but I guess I don't really order a lot of the classic cocktails,
Sure.
which this is more of that. I've never had a sidecar.
yeah.
You know,
Never?
I've heard of all these, but never.
Right.
Yeah.
Bee's knees?
Yeah. No, never had the bee's knees. No.
Okay.
Well, at the end of 10 questions, we do have a 3-way tie. Brian, you were close. You finished with 3, but Kelly, Scott, and myself all finished with 4. So we have a 3-way tie.
3-way tie.
First.
Let's go to a tiebreaker.
All right. Here's where I completely crap the bed. Right
Gentlemen, we will be looking for a numerical answer.
I'm done.
We will be looking for the answer, if you're interested in getting it exactly right, to 1 decimal point. Okay. So a 10.
Percentage of alcohol?
Excuse me?
Oh, nothing. Go ahead.
Okay. Here's the question. What is the exact boiling point of ethanol, which is the alcohol we drink, in degrees Fahrenheit?
Damn, I know that. Can't believe I didn't.
The exact boiling point in Fahrenheit. Yes, I said that.
What's the altitude?
That's legit. That's legit.
Sea level.
Sea level, yeah.
We're going to determine sea level.
Yeah.
We are going to assume we're in a vacuum in terms of air density and
In a vacuum?
geometric, or not geometric. What's
no
the
air in a vacuum.
barometric pressure?
I saw a Neil deGrasse Tyson video, and like you could the boiling point, and freezing point, and something else could be at the
does
same
change.
exact time. As,
Yeah.
So
Boys, don't outsmart yourselves.
Yeah.
Freaking
No,
question.
I was going to say, what difference does it make?
It doesn't.
You're gonna guess the number
Just
anyway.
answer the question.
well, I have to change my calculations.
Okay, my mistake.
There's
there.
no prize for winning. It doesn't.
What is the exact boiling point of ethanol in degrees Fahrenheit? We are going to 1 decimal point. You got something down there?
I wrote something down. I have no idea.
Okay. Kelly's still thinking, although he finished his answer. Scotty, where you at?
Got something down and don't know.
Okay. Cap those markers. Brian, you got a guess before we ask them to reveal? Just what, you got a number in your head at all?
In Fahrenheit?
Fahrenheit.
No, Celsius for you.
Fahrenheit.
Let's make it interesting.
Boiling in Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
No, for ethanol.
This is not a quick
so
answer,
it's
by
gotta
the way.
be, it's got to be high, right? Because alcohol.
Yeah, that's the idea.
436.2 degrees.
Okay.
Nick's writing that down.
No,
No, I'm just kidding.
like I'm debating on my first digit, and that was.
Are you changing your answer?
236.
I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it because I have no idea.
Let's turn the boards over. I can't read Kelly's. 312.1, I think.
C.
Okay, 183.4, 121.7.
Got to be higher in water.
The correct answer is 173.1 degrees.
Nice,
making
Scotty.
our doctor the champion of
And he
cocktail
said, I hope we
trivia.
get
Nice.
Yeah, so I just guessed the number.
You got there, buddy. Nice work.
Alcohol boil
Well,
in a lower temperature than water.
It does.
Well,
It evaporates, which is the whole point, right?
That's why I thought it'd be higher.
I just-
than
It evaporates at a lower
I don't know.
temperature
I don't
than
know.
water.
I know alcohol doesn't freeze, so that's why I figured maybe it boiled earlier than water. That's the only thing I was going off of. You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Solid logic. It does
Congratulations,
have a
guys.
freezing point,
Yeah,
by
thanks.
the way.
What does
All-
alcohol? Well, I know
everything has a
everything
freezing
does,
point,
but like
yeah.
if you put a bottle of alcohol in the freezer, it usually does not freeze.
Not in our, not in
Yeah.
freezers. Right?
Fahrenheit. Spell it. Impossible.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
There's like a Q in there or something, right? I don't know.
A little fun fact, it boils at a much lower temperature than water, which is why distillation works. It allows alcohol to evaporate first, leaving behind impurities and the water. You think about how a still works, right? You got the coil.
I hate myself for
It
that.
brings it all up. The condensation accumulates, drains into the jug. You have your moonshine.
That was a tough.
Yeah.
Wait, I mean, really, it was
Well,
tough.
good. I need to humble you,
Yeah.
gentlemen, a little
I mean,
bit.
4 points for the to get you to the
Consider me
tiebreaker.
humble.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, Doc. Do we have up-to-date stats? Is Doc adding to his lead at this point? Well, we don't want to
Yes.
spoil. We're going to reveal stats.
Yeah,
Tie.
but I feel like you're the tiebreaker king, though. I feel like you win a lot of
I
tiebreakers,
feel like
doesn't he?
Kelly wins a lot of tiebreakers.
Oh, I don't
We
know,
need to
maybe.
keep that stat too, I guess.
Yeah, we might want to.
Go back.
Well, I mean, we have that because I have all the totals, so
Oh,
we
there
definitely
you
know
go.
where the we just have to look through it to find the
good
ties.
point. All
Yeah.
right. Well, stop slacking there. Let's get our stats
What are
out.
you talking about? I told you I have the stats.
Oh, okay.
Although I'm having trouble
That's
finding
great.
them
Let's
right now.
wrap it up.
Ready to move on. Well, we do have our bonus question. All right. It is our topic specific question for the guys. There's two parts to this. And the first one's very quick and easy. And the second one is a little bit more conversational. One, what is your favorite cocktail? If you just had to go into a bar and order just a single cocktail, what are you getting after? And the other one is, what's the best cocktail you have ever had, if you can pinpoint?
I'll go first.
Yeah, thank you.
So if I go to a bar, normally there's two different types of drinks I'm going to have. I'm going to have either a whiskey or a beer. If I'm drinking for quantity, it's a Budweiser. If I'm drinking for quality, it's just whatever specific type of beer I want at that time. A Kona Big Wave is like big one now for me. But my favorite cocktail would have to be an old fashioned.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a list of places that I've been that have a fantastic old fashioned.
Okay.
One used to be Grit and Tonic in Lebanon.
Yeah.
They're
Yes, sir.
Phenomenal
closed.
spot.
Phenomenal. There was a bar in Nashville on Broadway where it was just, I just can't believe how good it was.
Mm-hmm.
And I recently was down in the wine trail and I had this place called Havisham's in Alto Pass. And it's a bourbon bar. It's going to be like a bourbon cigar bar.
Southern Illinois, Shawnee Forest area.
Correct.
Go on.
Correct. And had a old fashioned there and it was in the top three.
You sent us a picture of it, and they were burning wood chips.
Yeah, they did a smoky
to
old
smoke
fashioned.
into
Yes.
the glass. I mean, that's high level right there.
So that was the old fashioned. If I get a good old fashioned, that's my go to drink.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Grit and Tonic did have an amazing one. They used those Luxardo cherries, man.
Yes,
Oh,
You have to have that.
amazing. Yeah. Anybody else?
I'm definitely an old fashioned guy. Because when you get a craft cocktail, often they're too sweet, and you have to mix it up because they're just that too sweet. So I like an old fashioned because a true old fashioned isn't sweet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that would be my preference. I mean, I can't think of another cocktail that has blown my mind or anything along those lines. I mean, Grit and Tonic, we talked about it because they would make up stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one. It was I remember it had a sprig of rosemary in it, and that drink was just so refreshing. And then they had was it Not Your Mama's Old Fashioned, which had like egg whites beaten into it.
Oh, wow.
It was a different level, something I'd never seen before. So I've been blown away by some cocktails, but if I've had that many cocktails, I don't have a great memory of those cocktails then. I can say that. But I'm definitely an old-fashioned guy.
Yeah.
I do love a dirty martini.
Okay.
Yes, you do.
Extra dirty.
Yeah.
Extra dirty.
That I
Lots
do
of
not
olive. Right. Olive juice is what makes it dirty.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Including-
the dirtier, the more olive juice.
I prefer cocktails, and it tastes like alcohol.
Yeah.
You know, not the sugar, not all the fruit. Give me Give me the bourbon. Give me the whiskey.
Yeah, I hear you. What you got, B?
I am not a cocktail person
No, you're not.
at all. So, maybe a lunchbox where you drop a shot in a beer.
Stole my answer.
Now you're talking.
I was going totally
If like a true cocktail, I can't remember the first cocktail I ever had.
Yeah, okay.
Girl I was dating in college, down visiting her dad. It was a Manhattan. Like,
Okay.
I liked Manhattans. That's the first cocktail I think I ever had.
Which tastes like alcohol.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
there's a lot
not
of...
my favorite. That was just a little fun fact. If I had to go with one, because I do not drink many cocktails, maybe 7 and 7. I know that's simple, but
It's a good one.
if I,
Clean and crisp, man.
yeah, because I'm not a big cocktail guy.
Nothing too elaborate there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we've all had a vodka and water or whatever, or,
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different.
On a hot summer day, gin and Sundrop.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
put that out there to,
Yeah.
to the listeners.
I do like mixing some things with vodka.
It's not terribly different than a Greyhound. I mean,
Sure.
Sundrop is grapefruit soda, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
some kind of citrus soda, yeah.
Yeah.
Or a sidecar on the good night.
You know where we can find a good sidecar or a sidecar at all? Yeah.
Listeners, let us know.
Listeners, yeah, tell us. All right, Doc, what's your go-to, brother?
I'm like Brian. I'm not a big cocktail person.
Yeah, you're a beer man.
Whiskey sour, would probably be if
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm gonna have a cocktail. I'll do that. I do like an old fashioned, but I would probably say whiskey sour. Kelly and I and another buddy, we went to spring training in Florida several years ago, and we stopped at this bar called Mojitos. And we were just going to have a drink there. We were kind of starting the night out. We were going to hit some bars and explore, this strip down in Florida. And we didn't leave the place. We sat there all night drinking these mojitos.
Yeah.
And they were phenomenal. They had every flavor under the sun you could think of.
Oh, fantastic. The bartender had a few comments for us.
Yeah. Was wondering what red-blooded American males we were sitting there drinking mojitos all night, but they were really good. So I'm not a cocktail person, but in memory, the best cocktail I ever had were those mojitos.
Yeah, and they had the two Latino guys giving dance lessons
Yeah,
too.
that's
that
true.
may have what kept you guys there. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you were suddenly allergic to beer or something like that and you had to go sit in a bar and have some libations with your buddies, what are you drinking on?
Can I answer that?
You can, yeah.
First, Scott,
Yeah.
Sure.
R&R.
Yeah, a little rich and rare whiskey.
Rich and
There
rare.
you go.
As a sipper? Or are you mixing it with Coke or something?
With RC
I would
Cola.
sip that, but
RC Cola.
you can find that, by the way, at your local supermarket on the very bottom shelf.
Yes.
$8.99?
Or VO and 7.
Yeah, I mean, a VO and Sprite.
Yeah.
I just retreat into my home and never leave again.
Just stop drinking altogether. Well, a go-to for me, a favorite of mine is also a old-fashioned, which Nick actually introduced me to.
Well,
I have now learned to spot the difference between a good one and a bad one, and a good one is amazing. Mm-hmm. And anything average and below is not good.
Terrible. What's in an old fashioned?
the basis of an old fashioned: sugar cube, bourbon, got
Bitters.
the cherry bitters, dashes of orange bitters,
Okay.
and then an orange peel
Okay.
around the rim for that little bit of flavor, and
Get
then
the
you leave
oil
the peel there
on the
yeah,
rim.
and that's it. It's whenever they add more stuff to it is when they start to ruin it.
They get into simple syrups
Yes.
and various herbs and
Yeah.
things like that, and you can ruin
Yeah,
it pretty
I'll make those at home quite often. We have sugar
Yeah.
cubes, crush them up, all that stuff. They're good if you do it right.
I'd like to try one.
Yeah.
I've never had one.
Next time you come over, I'll make you some.
Yeah.
So my favorite, however, my favorite single drink, Sarah and I were on a cruise. This had been back in 21 or so. And it was a celebrity cruise line, and they had a drink on the menu called a French Caribbean. I didn't know what it was. They didn't have anything listed. Let's order it up. It had basically amounted to like I think it was a mango daiquiri, but they would drizzle this blackberry liqueur of some kind in there. And that combination did something to me, man. And I bet I had 50 of those in a week. I had to come back swollen because they were just loaded with sugar.
Yeah.
But man, I still think about that. I'd have one right now. If it
So
was
something just popped in my head. I'm gonna have to change my answer.
Okay.
I do love concerts at Riverport. The only time I drink them, Hurricanes.
Oh,
nice.
Well, I don't know what that is. What's in it? I have no idea.
I mean, if you laid out in front of
But
me
I
a
love
Mai Tai,
Hurricanes.
a Hurricane, a Rum Runner, a Sex on the Beach, and didn't label what they were, I wouldn't know the difference between
no,
most
but I
of
do.
them.
That's Hurricanes. Yeah.
yeah.
That's what happened to that restaurant.
I was going to
get
say,
you.
I've seen the end result of that.
It'll get you.
Hurricanes are, yeah.
That's how they get you.
It's a beautiful thing.
All right,
Beautiful
guys.
thing.
Well, we've been humbled as a group, and I think we need to put some research in here. What do you say?
Congrats, Scott.
Let's wrap
good
it
job,
up.
Scotty.
Yeah. Good job, Scotty. And that's going to do it for today's episode of the Ultimate Trivia Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Please leave us a review and don't forget to hit that subscribe button when you're done. We'll see you next time with more trivia and more fun. Until then, keep your brains sharp and those bellies laughing.